Hi, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Monique, aka Worldly Roxy, and today I want to show you how to do a really quick, super simple, beginner-friendly makeup look like I'm wearing right now for all of my girlies who are trying to get into makeup but just don't quite know where to start. This is for you. Before we even get started with adding any makeup on my face, I do need to prep my face. Prepping my face is extremely important to make sure that I am hydrating my skin and that my skin looks luminous even once I take the makeup off. So I'm going to be prepping my skin with this Nimbuzin serum. It is a hyaluronic acid serum. I have been so into Asian skincare within the last 6 months, and I love this serum. As you guys can see, it's almost halfway done. And I'm going to be using this on my face first, and then I'm going to use my Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream to add on after I do the hyaluronic acid serum to make sure that my skin is nice and hydrated before we add the makeup. So let's get started. Before we get started, I do have to say that I am super new to makeup, so please don't come for me, y'all. Okay, I just want to show you guys what I do when I'm going to an event or if I'm going into the office for work, something super quick and easy, and I hope this helps someone. Let's get started. I'm going to be using concealer mostly, and then I do have a foundation powder that I'll be using to kind of put everything together. But the products that I'm using in terms of my concealer is the NARS Cream Concealer here, and I have it in 2 colors. The first color I have it in is the Dark Zero Chocolate color. And then I have it in the Dark 1 Cafe color. Now, I did purchase both of these because I just wasn't sure what shade was going to be perfect for my skin tone. And as you can see, these are like the mini versions. I wanted to do a smaller version to just try out the concealer before I purchased the full-size version. And one thing I can say about this concealer is that it is so smooth. It goes on perfectly and seamlessly. I used a lighter color concealer underneath my eye area to brighten that area up. And then I use the darker color to correct any dark spots that I'm still dealing with on my face. All right, you guys, so now that my skin is properly prepped, now we can get started adding our concealer. To blend in the concealer, I do have this really cute concealer brush that I got from Huda Beauty. I love this little brush. It's like so perfect. So we have the lighter color here, the lighter color concealer in the color Dark Zero Chocolate. Just a little here and a little here. Then the darker color, Dark 1 Cafe, I'm going to just spot correct. So I have a few little spots here and there. I also put this one here on my forehead, here, and here. So I have to let the concealer sit just for a couple of minutes so that way I can blend it in. In the meantime, this is my foundation powder. I have had this for such a long time. It's by Urban Beauty, and this is what it looks like. Once I blend all of my concealer, then I'll go ahead and I'll just add the powder around, so we'll get there in a second. I also do have a beauty blender to help blend in my concealer as well. Sometimes I do a mix of both, it just depends. After I add my foundation powder, then I will use the beauty blender sometimes just to make sure everything looks seamless. Okay, I think it's time for us to blend the concealer in now. So I'm gonna start with the inner corners of my eye, and then I'll move my way around since that's the lighter areas. If you're like me and you have some discoloration around your mouth area, You can add a little bit more concealer or like a color corrector if you're comfortable. I have never used a color corrector before. I would like to try one, I just don't have one now. Alright, you guys, so I really love how it's looking. Now, after I add my concealer, I add on a setting spray. So after this step, I always do setting spray. This setting spray I got from my local beauty supply. This is nothing fancy, but it works really, really well for me. Once I get a little bit more into makeup and I learn about the different brands, I'll buy a better setting spray. But for right now, this is what I have. So I have to let this dry for a little bit, so I'll be back in a sec. All right, you guys, so now I'm going to be adding in my foundation powder. I don't typically use the sponge that comes with it. I have this brush that I got from e.l.f. that I've had for a really long time, e.l.f. number 105. So this is what I'm going to be using lightly to just put this around like the areas on my forehead, because that's the darkest area of my face. I typically just put this like around the perimeter of my face. After I've done that part, everything looks like skin, honey. Doesn't look like I added too much, but the last thing I like to add is a setting powder. I have the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Mini Instant Retouch in the color Nutmeg. I do have like a little puffer that I got from Amazon. It came in like a pack of 6 or 7. And I don't go in too crazy with this. I don't put it all over my face. I just put it right underneath my eye area. And then I go with my brush that I just used for my foundation powder. I don't add any more powder on it. I just go around to blend everything out. I like to add a black liner underneath my eye here. And then I love accentuating my eyes. So I have this primer for my mascara, and I'm going to be adding that on now. I just started using eyelash primer, and I love how it helps the mascara to stick, and it kind of gives me a little bit more volume. So once I've added my primer, I have this amazing Lancome Idol mascara that I just purchased. I was introduced to this from another social media platform, and I had to buy it. I love the fact that it's curved and there is no clumping. It gives me so much volume. I am obsessed. Look at the difference. You guys see this one and this one? This eye versus this eye? Amazing! I have this one eyelash that just does not want to curl up. Oh my gosh. I'm going to add a little bit to the bottom as well. I don't always like doing this part because it gets very messy. Mascara is on. All products will be linked in the description box below so that you can go find them, use them. I hope this tutorial was helpful for someone. The last thing I'm going to add is some lip gloss. Nothing fancy. I got this from my local beauty supply as well. Clear lip gloss. And we're ready to go. I hope that you liked this tutorial. Let's stay connected on all the other social media platforms. All of that information will be right here in addition to in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.